Hi, Mary from Reviewer's Diary. I have sort of a collective CVS haul. I went tonight and I went the day before yesterday and I got some really cool things. So this all started when I got this LA Girl concealer that's too dark. And I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Especially since I bought a couple of them. The seller was agreeable to me sending them back to her, except I had to keep the one that I already opened. Just in contrast to this one, which I picked up at CVS. I've heard some great things about this concealer, and it's a little too light for me. So what I did is I put a little bit of each one under my eyes, and I'll demonstrate that. I went like this. Okay, and it actually kind of gives a little bit of dimension. And then I took the lighter color, the lighter of the two, and dotted that in between. And then I just sort of blended it with my fingers, which you can see the color is almost spot on perfect. Now, as you can see, it covers pretty well. This is not a total coverage, and neither is this one. But the two of them, used in concert with each other, worked out pretty well. In the same trip that I bought this, I bought this and this. Now, I did try this with my foundation, and I really liked it because it felt like it was letting my skin breathe. And it seemed to make the makeup last longer. Today is the first time that I used this BB cream, and the only bad thing that I can see about it is it comes out very, very loose. You can hear it shaking in the bottle. It's not thick like a lot of the other BB creams that I have, so it comes out pretty loose, so you have to be careful because you end up with too much of it and then you've got a mess on your hands. So those are the things that I bought this week. Now tonight I went out again, and I thought it was about time that I tried the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation. I hear a lot of really great things about it. Didn't realize I picked out the color Natural Ivory, which is actually color number 2. It's pretty light, but it looked to me in the store like it's gonna match, so let's see what it looks like. The only thing that disturbs me is that there's no pump. So I'm always going to feel like I'm getting germs into this when I use it for the first use. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up pouring it onto my foundation brush. Now I have makeup on already, so well, you know what? I'll try a little bit. Alright, so I poured a little bit onto the foundation brush. It is like pretty, it's a little on the light side. Now, now let's see how this looks. Makeup over makeup doesn't always go well. Well, actually looks pretty close to my natural skin tone. So I'm thinking that this is probably going to work out pretty well. The only problem being that it just doesn't have a pump. But since it does pour easily onto my foundation brush, that shouldn't be a problem. Natural Ivory, it says 20 on it. But this was the second color. There's actually a lighter color than this. So of course there was a sale, and it was buy one Neutrogena thing, get another Neutrogena thing for half off. So I did buy this brightening pen. Okay, so this is pretty cool. This is kind of loose, I guess it's supposed to be. Alright, so I'm starting to meet a little bit of resistance, which to me means there must be, yeah, there it is. Finally coming out. This is actually pretty dense. It's very light, so I think it's going to become a highlighter, more so than an under eye thing. I went without makeup for so many days and it felt really good. So I did give my skin a good rest. So I'll put a little bit down my nose, a little bit there, and a little bit there. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but this is the very first time I just took it out of the package. It's the very first time I've used it, and so it may require a little bit of practice. Okay, a couple other things I got. One of those was this NYC Smooth Skin Powder. Now, this is just a nice powder to put over foundation, which right now I have some on. And this is the color, and it's Naturally Beige 702A, and it looked very light to me. I did not see a lighter color, so take my favorite powder brush and we'll take a look at this. Okay, it feels like pretty silky going on. I hear a lot of really great things about this. The thing is that it does have very chintzy packaging. I can see me snapping that right off. If anyone can like fall over, break something, drop something, it's me. I'm very clumsy. But anyway, it is very flimsy packaging, but the powder is pretty nice. And I've actually seen quite a few. This is kind of like a YouTube made me buy it thing, along with this, because I've heard so much hype about that. But this NYC powder is one of those YouTube made me buy it. And I kind of like the color. And I bought not one, but two lip glosses. Now these are gigantic packaging. Wow. It has a huge applicator. Now this did say big, bold. It's a gigantic applicator. And here's the other one. Pretty, but almost not visible. Let's see. They're pretty sheer, and I'll tell you what the colors are in a sec, but you can see they're pretty sheer. And these are the Big Bold line by NYC. And actually, why don't I wipe off my lipstick and put one of these on so that we can see what the color's like and how it actually looks on lips. So I'm going to try on the first one. This is color number 480. So this is the darker of the two. It has a pretty big applicator. It has a massive applicator. Kind of like it. It's a spongy applicator. Has a minty feel. It's very minty feeling. It's making my lips tingle a little bit. I do really like the color, and I do really like the applicator. It's not like a fuzzy typical applicator. It's actually a sponge on the end of this, and it's angled, so it does go on really easy, and it goes on with like 2 swipes. Pretty cool. So I really like these. This was a good purchase. So that has been my CVS haul. I know it's not a lot, but it was fun stuff. I do want to show you real quick what happens when you have a double-ended pencil. This happens. This is one of my Ulta pencils. And the pencil has been used and sharpened so much that it's now down to this. Don't know how much more I'm going to be able to use this without getting it all over myself. Because if I get rid of one cap, then I've got this problem. Something that's like out there for clumsy Miss Mary to get all over herself. And if I sharpen it much more, the other cap's not going to go. I think I have about 1/8 of an inch there. So double-ended pencils are not a great thing. Definitely not a fan. All right, so thank you for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.